Welcome to the fourth episode of EHS Concepts, the Ways of Safety, the podcast where we talk about the serious business of safety with a smile and some laughter and relatable stories. I'm your host, Ryan. I'll be your Jiminy Cricket, a seasoned EHS professional who's seen it all, so I encourage you all to listen to me or you're most likely to be a jackass. Now, today we're diving into a fascinating topic that merges efficiency and safety again, Six Sigma for EHS. Whether you're a seasoned professional, a manager, someone interested in workplace safety, these insights are going to help you out. So let's get started. So, Six Sigma. It is a data-driven approach to improving processes by eliminating defects and reducing variability. Originally developed for manufacturing, Six Sigma principles can be effectively applied to environmental health and safety concepts. Today, we'll explore how Six Sigma can be integrated in EHS and share some real-world success stories. So let's understand what it is. Let's start with a quick overview of Six Sigma. It aims to improve the quality of processes by identifying and removing the causes of defects and minimizing variability. The goal is to achieve near perfect performance with no more than 3.4 defects per million opportunities. The core methodology of Six Sigma is known as DMAIC, which stands for Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control. The structured approach helps organizations systematically improve their processes. So let's look at the DMAIC model for EHS. So how can it be applied to EHS? There's a lot of people ask that question. So you got to identify the problem or safety issue that needs to be addressed. Clearly define the goals and scope of the project. For example, you might focus on reducing workplace injuries or improving compliance with safety regulations. You need to be able to measure the M, right? DMAIC, DM. The measure, you got to collect the data to understand the current state of the process. This can involve safety audits, incident reports, employee feedback, and then also this is how you're going to establish your baseline to measure improvements, against what you're trying to get completed. So again, that data collection is it's needed. It's needed so much because without it, you're not going to be able to do the next phase of analysis. So now, when you analyze the data to identify that root cause of safety issues, the tools like the fishbone diagram, the 5 whys, they can help you uncover underlying problems. But understanding these root causes is the crucial part of developing effective solutions, which is usually hard to find sometimes if you haven't defined everything. So then improve. So you're going to develop and implement solutions to address the root causes. This might involve redesigning processes, providing additional training, or introducing new safety measures. You're going to have to test these solutions and ensure that they are effective. And that's where control comes in. So the control is the monitor the process to ensure that improvements are sustained over time. You're going to have to implement control measures such as regular audits, performance metrics, and continuous feedback loops to maintain those high safety standards that you're going for. And then it comes to let's talk about the real world applications of Six Sigma and EHS. So the best way to talk about this is, again, I've written in my book, I like to use General Electric. So General Electric Safety Transformation applies Six Sigma principles to their safety programs. Now, that resulted in a significant reduction in workplace injuries by using data-driven analysis and continuous improvement. GE was able to identify high-risk areas and implement effective safety measures. Again, now here's Motorola. Motorola's safety improvements was the birthplace of Six Sigma. It used the methodology to enhance their safety performance by focusing on process improvement and defect reduction. Motorola achieved substantial improvements in their safety metrics, leading to a safer work environment. So, again, that's just a couple examples. I'll even give you one from healthcare industry, right? The healthcare industry applications, for several hospitals, they have adopted Six Sigma to improve patient safety and reduce medical errors by applying DMAIC to their processes. And these hospitals have seen great reductions in infection rates, medical errors, and patient falls. So it's very important to implement these programs, but you have to understand what they are. So how can you implement Six Sigma in the EHS at your workplace? I'm just going to give you a few tips. So listen up. So you got to get trained, and that's one of the key things that you need to ensure. You got to ensure that personnel are trained in Six Sigma principles and methodologies, and consider hiring or develop Six Sigma black belts and green belts within your organization. Now, you got to be able to engage your employees. You got to involve employees at all levels in the Six Sigma process. You're going to have to encourage them to participate in identifying problems and developing solutions. Get their buy-in. And sometimes it's easier than when they learn Six Sigma and what it's supposed to be doing. So you're going to collect and analyze data to identify trends and areas for improvement. You're going to use this data to drive decision-making and measure the success of your initiatives. So it's a whole process, and if you're not willing to step through all of it, you're just going to lose out. So you got to have continuous improvement. You got to foster a culture of continuous improvement where safety and efficiency are always top priorities. You're going to have to regularly review and refine your process to ensure ongoing success. Now, in conclusion, Six Sigma offers a powerful framework for improving both efficiency and safety in the workplace by integrating Six Sigma with your EHS practices. You're going to be able to create environments not only more productive, but also it's safer for everyone. So again, thank you for joining me on this episode of EHS Concepts, The Ways of Safety. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave us a review, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Don't be a jackass.